Mommy,
That could be Clinton.
no. It's definitely Patrick. I'm sure
You lying little...
Aminu, what's
You tricked me?
Hey guys, welcome back to yet another exciting video from the Amazon DEB. Today's video is the review of the Men's Club Season 3 Episode 11 titled Son of a GARBA. If this is your first time coming across my channel, please do well by clicking the subscribe button to be part of the Tad Gang. And without further ado, let's get started with today's review. So guys, today's episode was mainly, mostly about Aminu, Jasmine, Patrick, son of a GARBA, just like the title. And so let's start with that. Aminu. So in the last scene, we saw where Aminu was questioning Clint about what he did and who was behind all of that, and where Clint had told Aminu that, it was Patrick and Jasmine. And so in this beginning of this episode, we see Patrick coming down at Jasmine. Like, he goes to her house and he's like, oh, why did you do this to me? And of course, Jasmine already knows what is going on. She doesn't waste time to pretend like she doesn't know what is going on. She just started begging and whatnot. And Aminu is so broken. He's so broken because he's like, he's like, oh my God, he needs to do DNA for the child, which he ended up doing. And of course, he discovered that that Naz is not his son. So Naz is for Patrick, which we already know. But Aminu is the foolish one. By the way, guys, in previous episodes, I've been saying how Aminu is a foolish person. I want them to show him Pepe, they show him Pepe. This episode just gave me everything. Even though I still kind of felt bad for Aminu, but I'm like, yeah, you're a fool, in which he also admitted that he knows he's a fool. But all right, let's see, have empathy for him. Okay, I understand what he's going through. Actually, I kind of get what he's going through. And so, like, Aminu was really broken. And I get the fact that, taking care of a child that you've grown to love, you've taken as your own, and all of a sudden you are realizing that child is no longer yours. Like, he's not even pained about the whole fact that, they set Tuminu up or whatnot. He's just pained with the fact that he has grown to love the child. So now he's now realizing that child is not his. How does he stop loving that child? How does he stop loving that human? And I know it's such a really hard thing. Like, it really will mess with somebody's mental health. So I think that's really what his problem is. But I was happy with the fact that Tuminu was there to, comfort him. She just wanted to go through the whole process with him. And even when he was telling Tuminu that Tuminu, won't mind if he's still in Naz's life because he has just grown to love this boy and he cannot just stop loving the boy. And Tuminu was like, yes, she's in on it. She doesn't mind anything that makes Aminu happy. It was so beautiful to see. But, Jasmine, guys, let me come back to Jasmine and her mother. Oh my God, Shola Shoba Wale, Auntie Shola Shoba Wale. Like, woman was ready to go. And I like the dynamics of the mothers, the types of mother we are seeing in this season, because this season they kind of introduced all of them's mom, and we can see the kind of mom Jasmine mom is. Like, she's this kind of person that, I just want where there is money, where I can flex and go. Where there is trouble, I pick up my things and I'm off. Because can you imagine a daughter going through this kind of issues and Jasmine mom is like, I'm gone. Offer jackpot something. Like, even though your daughter has not been truthful to you, you were not there when the whole issue starts, but there should be this motherly to daughter, this motherly daughter love that should exist. But it seems like it doesn't even exist. And even with the advice that Jasmine mom gave her, that just drop the boy with whosoever you think can take care of the boy and live your life and find somebody else to love you. You see that's exactly the kind of mentality the mom has, even towards raising her own daughter Jasmine. And that's why Jasmine has just gone taking care of herself, making wrong decision and whatnot. But yeah, Jasmine is saying she's not ready to take the same route as her mom. And yeah, but it was not just even when Patrick came into the picture, and when Aminu was attacking Patrick, that why did you do all of this to me, the excuse Patrick was giving, I'm like, Patrick, come off it. Like, why would you even attack Aminu in the first place? Yes, your father did not know you. Yes, you share the same father with Aminu, but how is that Aminu's fault? Aminu is just a son like you. You should hold your father and hold your mother, and those two people should be the people you should have issues with, not the offspring of your father. It does not make sense. How is Aminu the cause of your problem? Could make sense. He doesn't even know you exist in the first place. Even his own father, which is your own father, doesn't even know you exist. So why were you taking it out on trying to ruin another's man life? Like, it was not just even making sense. But I'm just glad like this big review has happened, and the son of the Garuba, we know which of the Garuba the Nas is, and that was just it.
I love you, Patrick.
Don't touch me!
Moving on to Tayo and Tiara. So we didn't see a clips of Tiara, but we saw, when Tayo was telling the guys at the club saying, oh, Tiara father invited him, saying, and we saw when Tiara father asked him, oh, do you like my daughter? And do you love my daughter? And of course, we know that Tayo does not respond for it. But I like the conversation the guys do have at the club, where Larry had said, oh, why he keeps sabotaging this whole love thing is because he doesn't want to love, like, even with Naomi, he didn't love Naomi, but he married her, and he's also almost playing the same thing with Tiara, even though we actually know he loves her, because he keeps doing things that shows that he really loves this girl and whatnot, like turning down lots of money for this girl, but he's not just ready to acknowledge that he loves her. And Larry said something saying, oh, because he doesn't want any of the girls to treat him the way he's treating them, and that makes a lot of sense. I'm like, oh, Larry, oh, the Kini, you have sense in this thing that he talk. That was just amazing. And guys, when they were at the club, I love the way Lewis was like, Dr. Lewis. Talk to Dr. Lewis. I say, yes, therapy. Oh my God, it's always sweet to have one kind of such kind of friend in your circle. It's just beautiful to see. Moving on to Larry and Miss Fiona and Miss Lola, I mean Lola's mother, sorry. And yeah, we can see Miss Fiona like, oh my God, this confused fellow, like you tell them I want you. They say no, I don't want you, but they see you with somebody else, and then their head go crazy, like what? And now because she even goes to tell Lola's mom that, oh, Larry is a gigolo. I'm like, what? Trying to just spoil Larry's reputation with Miss Tenny, so that Miss Tenny will stop liking Larry. But I actually foresee that Miss Tenny and Larry will still get together, even though Lola caught Larry still talking to Miss Fiona at the club, and then warned Larry that, oh, don't ever talk to my mother. I don't want to see you come to my mother. I'm like, oh, sister, calm down. I still see Miss Tenny and Larry relationship working out, even though Miss Fiona is just being a devil right now. But it's so nice to see the fact that Larry is done. He's done with Miss Fiona, and his love right now is to Miss Tenny. If it's not Miss Tenny, it's nobody. Or if there's any new mommy that coming to the show. But it's so nice to see that. And for Miss Fiona, please go and sit this one out, okay? Your time you have expired. Moving us to Lewis, Lewis, Tonya, and Lola's matter, guys. When Tonya went to see Jasmine when she was moving out of the house Aminu got for her, Jasmine gave her a good advice, which I was like, hey, he who has ear, let him hear. Tonya, Jasmine is advising you, take it. But yeah, even though at that stage she was like, oh no, Lewis will take care of me and the baby, he will not leave me. But the scene when I then saw Tonya and Lewis, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So she took to this advice, like clear things out. But she didn't take to the advice in the sense that this girl still thinks that her and Lewis can still be an item. I'm like, baby girl, come off it. Your time have passed. Like, this guy legit gave you his house and his hotel business. You think something can still come up? Like, if you wanted something to come up, like you shouldn't have gone, the awful lengths to threaten him in that manner. But you have done all of that, and you still think, oh, you all are gonna do one happy big family. Could it work now? It can't work. It's not possible. And she was trying to come on to him, and then Lola enters into, because she came to Lola's house anyway, then Lola enters, and the sight at which Lola meets them, I'm like, oh my God, Sonia, what the hell is this? Lola will lose her head now. No, she's going to explode. She's going to escalate this whole issue. Especially with the fact that when she had a conversation with her mom was like, oh, men will always be men. She'll be like, oh, Louis, you are like this. I'm waiting for the next episode to see what Lola's reaction is going to be. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think? How do you think Lola is going to handle this Tonya and Lewis, situation that she cited. How do you think she's going to handle it by the next episode? Let me know your thoughts also about today's episode, about Aminu, Jasmine's situation, Patrick's situation, every other thing that happened in today's episode. Let me know in the comment section. If you are not subscribed already, please click that big red subscribe button, turn on the post notification bell, and be part of the TED gang. You know, TED gang. Anyways, thank you for watching today's video. Until my very next video, stay blessed.